Hey Tarosphere, it's Holly from Cape Cod Creatures, and we are on day 11 of the 31 Days of Tarot Challenge. Today's prompt is Oracle decks that you want to work more with in 2018. And just like yesterday, I have another ginormous stack of decks in front of me. So the first set that I would love to work more with is the Oracle of Dr. John Dee. This lovely set I actually won in a giveaway from our very own Chase 2 Owls. He has a version of the deck, and I've got a copy of it now. And the thing about this deck is it's very historical, but it is meant to be used in a certain way. It comes with a book. For those that don't know, John Dee was an Elizabethan occultist and an advisor to royalty. And it comes with all sorts of, it comes with a golden talisman spread. There's only 28 cards, but it's very much based on archetypal figures from history. So it's John Dee himself, and then there's also Leonardo da Vinci. This is Raymond Lull, Robert Fludd, Herodotus. I mean, so you really need to know your history when you read about these, when you read with these cards, when you learn about, so you have to learn about the figures, you have to read the book and learn the system, and then you can read with the Oracle. And Chase, I love it. It's a beautiful set, don't get me wrong, but that is a lot of homework, dude. So, I don't know, it'd be interesting to see how you have been going with your Oracle of Dr. John Dee homework, and I'm going to get started on mine in 2018. This deck just kind of taunts me from my shelf, so that is one that I want to work more with. I have a feeling there's some great insights to be had from it, though, which is one of the reasons that I haven't really, let go of it yet. I need to work with it. I kind of, it came into my life for a reason, and I feel that energy. I just haven't had a chance to get to it. Another set, it's another Chase 2 Owls recommendation, is the medicine cards. So this lovely deck and book set, it's got a wonderful cloth-bound book, hardcover cloth-bound book that comes with it. It's based on Native American imagery. And it's all about, animal energies in your life, what you got going on, and maybe using that energy to, either clear some blocks or keep moving forward. And it's a great book. It's great artwork. The backs strike me as kind of weird, though. It seems very Marvel to me. Matches my headband. But otherwise, it's awesome. The imagery is just clean. It's simple. There's your animal. Look it up, and down the road you go. I want to do the totem animal spread, the totem spread, but I haven't had a chance to do that yet. This is another one. I want to sit down, meditate, read the book, take my time. I'm not looking to just. It's not a wham bam thank you ma'am deck, although it could be used that way. It's just not a deck that I feel like I need to really kind of get into that one. All right, so third we've got the Connected and Free Alchemist Oracle. I love this deck, and I used it for a hot second, and then I moved on to other decks, and I need to just revisit it. It's got some beautiful imagery in there. I've got the first and second editions. So when I combined the cards for kind of a mega deck. So there's no repeat cards in there, but I did take cards from the first edition, stuck them in the second edition, and now I've got basically all the images that I was after, and it's an amazing deck. But I do want to work with this one a little bit more than I have been. Third deck would be the Extraordinary Oracle. I do pull this deck from time to time, but I still don't have a very good handle on it. So again, another deck that I definitely want to work more with. Actually, part of the reason I decided to do kick-ass inspiration readings in the morning is so that way I could force myself to get more acquainted with my Oracle decks. Because I do tend to reach for tarot more than I reach for Oracle, but it's not always necessarily the best. But this cute little deck is printed on what feels like watercolor paper, and it uses modern images to convey messages. And it's just super adorable and quirky. This is the first edition. The second edition is exactly the same. The only thing that changed are the backs. So you don't have to worry about like, oh no, which edition do I have? Do I need extra cards? Like it's 100% the same. Just like I said, the backs are now purple instead of black. So the fourth deck I'd like to work more with is Food Fortunes. This is a fun and quirky little deck. I think I mentioned it in an earlier video, but it's a Rider-Waite parody, but with food, and you're supposed to use it to pick out like, what food am I going to have to eat today? Like, what am I going to make for a meal today? It includes this and this, but not this. So that's an interesting way to use it, but I feel like there's some stuff to be had from these images. So again, another cute little deck that I want to work with. It's not tarot, it's more an oracle, but you know, I love me some parodies. I love me some, you know, decks with a sense of humor, so that will definitely work out well for me. Next on the list is the I Ching Holitska deck. So this fun little deck, you pick 2 cards and that's it. And you look for the line of change in between the 2 cards, and that's your fortune. So it's definitely not a deck that you can use without the little book that comes with it. I got the AGM printing of this, by the way, you guys, but I believe US Games also has it. It's just a beautiful deck, beautiful imagery, lots of stuff to be kind of sussed out from there. Look at that one where he's like walking into the mountains or away from the mountains. Super cute. Lots of stuff to just be pulled from these cards. But like I said, it's just, because of the way that the system works, I don't reach for it a lot, but every time I do reach for it, the readings are really, really pertinent. They're really, like the message is always kind of like, it's a no nonsense. It's like a way more serious, you know, like a, here's your message, grasshopper, which is appropriate because it's I Ching. And then we've got the Animal Kin Oracle deck. This one just arrived and I'm super excited for it. I mentioned it in my like newly acquired, I think it was newly acquired or wish list. I forget which deck list. Oh, decks crossed off the wish list. So this one, like I said, I just got it. Can't wait to work with it. Definitely going to be working with it more. It's 100% beautiful. It's all animals all the time. And I like that there is a keyword on each card, which is really nice. So this is a deck that you don't need to read the book for. You can just dive right in and go with intuition. But it also has a book. And this is the 3rd edition, I believe, the one with the wolf on the box. So there are actually 65 cards in this. If you're not familiar with Animal Kin Oracle, it only had 60 cards for a while. So then we have Dreams of Gaia Tarot. Not a tarot, it's an oracle. There are a bunch of decks out there that call themselves tarot, and they're not tarot, they're oracle. So this is done by Raven Phelan, and she has created a beautiful deck system. The only thing I kind of hate about this deck is the gold gilding on the edges, because it's just coming off. But where it's kind of based on like suits and whatnot, it's not really. She's kind of reimagined the tarot. For example, instead of so 7 would usually be, oh God, I forget. Is that horrible? Yeah, like there's death showing up as number 8 instead of number 13, and then you've got the sage showing up here instead of where the hermit should be. It's just it's a whole different system from tarot. Yeah, and none of these really are suit based. I'm not going to say that they're not suit based. It's earth, air, water, and fire. But it's not very tarot-y to me. It feels more like an oracle. So that's one of the reasons I haven't really reached for it. Tarot, I guess the word for them that's kind of flying around right now is tarot oracles. The only one that's really appealed to me so far has been the Cosmos Tarot and Oracle, but this one, the artwork in it's beautiful, and I do want to get more acquainted with it. All right, and then we have soul cards. Haven't even opened these yet, so I can't even show them to you, but I see them flying around on Instagram all the time, and I can't wait to open these and delve into those. So we're not going to spend a lot of time on those. And next we have Sacred Creators. Oh my goodness, I'm dropping stuff left and right. So the Sacred Creators, I actually kind of gave this a harsh review when I first got it. And I started reading the book a little bit more, and there's a lot more to this deck than I originally, I judged it. So I'm going to go ahead and just say right away, I was wicked judgy when I got it. I let the self-help speak of some of the cards kind of get to me, because as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, as somebody who, works for themselves, this is actually a great little tool. And I just haven't really delved into all the goodness that it has to offer. And when I went on, I kind of was just like, I can't believe she's plugging her website every 5 seconds in this book. But then I actually went to the website, and it turns out there's amazing tools there too. I mean, she's included so much, and I judged it. I judged a book by its cover. And so I am actually, this is a retraction of my terrible review, and it was me being ignorant and judgy, and for that I'm sorry, but I actually cannot express correctly how sorry I was that I did judge this deck more than I should have. But it's got some great cards and whatnot in there. So it's like I said, I feel like it's going to be an amazing tool. I just didn't spend enough time with it in 2017. I judged it harshly, and that kind of has put the brakes on me. Really delving in. I've got guilt where that's concerned, and guilt is a powerful demotivator. So we'll be working with this deck a little bit more. I'm going to be doing a revisitation review with it for 2018, where I issue an official apology to Chris Ann. And her new tarot deck looks amazing, by the way. But and I'm not just saying that because I've got guilt about this deck. She posted a painting for the Empress, and it looks amazing. So I'm adding that to my wish list. And then last, but not last, because I'll save that for last. Another deck that I went super hot and heavy with right away in 2017, and then kind of burned out on, that I will definitely be revisiting and reacquainting myself with, is the Oracle des Reflets, or the Oracle of Reflection. And it is by Celia Melville. It's a beautiful deck. You have to order it from France, but honestly, it's not too bad. It's got some great imagery in there. The only thing that kind of drives me a little nutty about it is that some of the titles of the cards are keywords, and some of them are just what the image is. Like lightning, you can kind of suss out from that image from the word in the image what you need. It's very much a tower card. But then you have, let's see, that's exclusion. There's one in here, it's bowl of rice. The match. Yeah, there's some in here where it's just they don't it's what is bowl of rice supposed to mean? Some are very on the nose, some aren't. So that kind of slowed me working with this deck. It's just one of those I need to go through and kind of try and memorize some of the meanings. And but I mean, it gives great little readings. The gilding is really well done. It's held up really well. I mean, like I said, I use this pretty heavily. The only thing that I will say is you have to be really careful about getting the cards wet. I got 2 of my cards wet, and they now have stains on them. Let me see if I can find them. But yeah, it's pretty obvious staining. So I'm going to order a second deck, pull the cards that I need to. Oh, here's one. Yeah, I don't even know what I got on there, but look at this. It's pretty obvious, especially when you're flipping through the cards. It just doesn't work very well when you're trying to not consciously pick a card. So I have to order another copy of the deck, one for just in case, where I'm going to pull those 2 cards out and whatever. And then last but not least, Oracle. I'm going to count it as Oracle, but it's not. It's Lenormand Lenormand and Kipper are going to be one of my passion projects for 2018. I own exactly 3 Lenormand decks, and I own no Kipper decks. Sunny from Wayward Sun was talking about Kipper, and that sounds a little more up my alley because you can read it a little more intuitively. But time to learn a couple of other card systems. Just give me a more rounded portfolio of reading. This is Ciolo Thompson's Scrying Ink Lenormand. I have both sizes. I'm choosing the big one just to show to you guys today. Like if you're doing more than a 3-card Lenormand spread, this isn't going to work. So if you're doing your grand tableau, you definitely want the mini. But it is a beautiful work of art. And it's super awesome. So I'm going to learn how to read Lenormand in 2018. I'm going to get more acquainted with that deck. I'm going to learn how to read Kipper. So I have to get a Kipper deck. I haven't decided on which one to get yet. But those are my 2018 Oracle decks that I want to work more with. All right, Tarot Sphere, I will see you tomorrow for day 12 of this challenge. And I'm sorry this video went on so long. My apologies. Bye, guys.